Cinderella gazed out of the small window in her attic bedroom, a place of both solace and confinement. Her days were filled with household chores dictated by her demanding stepmother and stepsisters, yet there was a resilience in her spirit that shone through even the dust and cinders that clung to her dress. Her eyes sparkled with a timeless hope, and her hands, though roughened by work, were delicate and capable of creating beauty from the simplest things. Despite her circumstances, Cinderella's kindness was boundless. She conversed animatedly with the gentle mice that scurried across the worn floorboards and tended to the household chores with unyielding grace. Her ability to find joy in small things and transform her dreary world into one of imagination and wonder made her special. Her heart yearned for something beyond the walls of her stepfamily's house, a desire as palpable as the morning sun. Far away in the mystical realm of Neverland, Peter Pan soared through the vibrant skies, a living embodiment of the spirit of youth. He darted between clouds like a mischievous comet, his laughter echoing across the lush landscape. Always accompanied by Tinker Bell, his faithful fairy companion, Peter was as fearless as he was reckless, forever on the lookout for his next adventure. Peter was known for rallying the lost boys, leading them in playful skirmishes against the scheming Captain Hook. His defiant nature was both his greatest strength and his most formidable flaw. He relished in outsmarting the pirate, using his nimbleness and wit to turn situations to his advantage. Though free-spirited, there was a loneliness in his eyes, a longing for something he couldn't quite name. One day, a swirling storm of magic pulled Cinderella from her tiny attic room into the bewildering world of Neverland. Startled, she stumbled through a thicket, her feet brushing against the unfamiliar soft moss. At the same time, Peter Pan, catching a glimpse of the mysterious newcomer, hovered nearby with suspicion. To him, anyone not from his world was to be met with distrustful curiosity. A misunderstanding quickly spiraled into a confrontation when Peter, assuming Cinderella to be a new pirate spy, swiftly approached her. Cinderella, perplexed by his sudden and erratic behavior, tried to explain herself, but Peter's defensive nature only ignited further tension. Each saw the other as a potential threat, leading to a clash rooted in misconception. Peter, fueled by his unfounded suspicions, challenged Cinderella, drawing his dagger with a flourish. Despite her lack of combat experience, Cinderella's wit and agility helped her evade Peter's daring maneuvers. Her knowledge of dance from her secret waltzing in the attic turned defensive as she found herself matching Peter's quick-footed movements. The forest around them seemed to hold its breath as the clash escalated. Peter executed aerial loops and swipes, but Cinderella countered with a swift grace that stemmed from years of overcoming obstacles. She cleverly used her environment, twisting and turning in the growing battle, while Tinker Bell's disapproving twinkle added to the surreal tension. Suddenly, a thunderous roar interrupted their battle, as Captain Hook's men advanced, bringing a new threat that neither of them could ignore. The ground shook with their looming presence, prompting Cinderella and Peter to pause. In that shared moment of danger, they understood their survival depended on setting aside differences. Realization dawned upon them. They needed each other to defeat common foes. Cinderella and Peter exchanged a quick, decisive nod, signaling a truce born out of necessity. The immediacy of their plight demanded cooperation, and quickly their energies were redirected to face the charging adversaries. As the battle unfolded, Cinderella's clever resourcefulness complemented Peter's daring acts of bravery. With flicks of Peter's dagger and Cinderella's deft distractions, they danced around their opponents, gradually turning the battle in their favor. A bond, intangible yet strong, began to form amidst the mounting chaos. Victory was within reach as Cinderella's strategic mind and Peter's fearless antics dismantled Captain Hook's plan. When the dust settled, they stood united, realizing the true strength lay in their newfound alliance. The mutual respect born from the battle shifted their relationship from adversaries to allies. With animosities dissolved, they shared stories under the twinkling canopy of stars. Cinderella recounted the tales of her life, her dreams, and the world where she longed to return. Peter listened, enthralled by her perspective, and shared his adventures and fear of growing up, discovering more similarities than differences between them. Together, they decided to embark on a journey that combined both their world's magic and wonder. Cinderella's kindness and practicality complemented Peter's adventurous spirit. They vowed to unite their strengths, setting their sights on creating new stories of triumph and adventure that celebrated the best of both their lives. Hand in hand, they stepped forward onto a new path of friendship and shared dreams. Cinderella's feet, once bound to the Cinders, now walked freely alongside Peter's youthful flight. They set off with hearts aligned, ready to face whatever lies ahead, painting the skies with their adventures.